All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We're here for more Pokemon Draft League. We're in the semifinals against Parker Simmons. Now, you might be able to tell I am a little bit sick, so my voice is a little bit out of it, but it's fine. Mhm. We're fine. Anyway, um, we're against Parker, who's a very, very good player, and his team is very scary, right? You got Indeedee, Hoopa Unbound, which is Psy Spam, which is obviously very strong, especially on Hoopa Unbound, which is uh, I don't know how much special tag it has, but it's a lot. Um, then you have Zoroark, Hisuian Zoroark, which Parker is so good at using this Pokemon, which he makes it so scary. I'm terrified of it personally. Then there's Meowscarada and Tauros fire mode. You can do some funny tech with that where it's like flower trick on your own Tauros, get it to +6. Could be interesting. I don't think he's used it yet. I'm not 100% sure. Um, two strong Pokemon on their own though. Anyway, regardless of that, like because Intimidate on the Tauros also kind of shut down a lot of my Pokemon. Um, then we've got Empoleon, which he's been using to great effect as of recently too. Water Steel type, very good defensively. And there's Delphox, also could be used in a size spam mode. And there's Sylveon, which is very strong. I think it's pretty good into my team too. So got to be careful of that. Sneasel. Um, I mean, you wouldn't think much of Sneasel, but it's actually really solid as support. Like Fake Out, it's pretty strong. It can do a lot of damage with like triple Axle into like Dragonite or something. Could probably kill Dragonite, even if it's multi-scale. And then Terrakion. So this team all around is super threatening. Every single mon here is so strong and can definitely put in a bunch of work. Um, but anyway, let's look at my team. Chen Pao feels great into size spam specifically. Great into Zoroark. It does a lot of stuff for this team. We're running Throat Chop on it this week because here's the thing, right? Sylveon and Zoroark Hisui both tend to use Hyper Voice. And if I'm in a situation where I think he's done this a decent amount where he leads Sylveon and you can't tell if it's a Sylveon or a Zoroark, right? But with Throat Chop, I don't need to because they're both going to be using Hyper Voice anyway, so I can shut them both down, right? So I don't have to play the guessing game of is this Sylveon Zoroark or is it not? When I can just say, no, I'm gonna put them both down no matter what. I'll either kill the Zoroark or I'll make it so that the Sylveon can't do its thing. An Ice Spinner gets rid of the Psychic Terrain, obviously. Super good here. I am a little bit worried about Rocky Helmet and D is the main thing for this. I think he could bring it, so I'm gonna have to try to play around that. It'll break my Focus Sash. Other than that, it's like a pretty standard Chen Pao set here. And we've got Palafin. Palafin's back off the bench again. We haven't been seeing too much of this. We've also got Throat Chop on this. Just because I think the dark coverage is good in this team anyway. And I don't think I get a better dark move than this. Sling. Yeah, you don't really get any good dark moves on this. And I do like the dark coverage. So I'm just running Throat Chop anyway. Pair of Fire to resist Meowscarada. Um, then we've got Wave Crash, Flip Turn, Close Combat with a Choice Band. This thing is, I mean, can obviously do so much damage. Um, there's not many resistances to Wave Crash on this team. Like you just have Empoleon and Meowscarada, which both got a close combat. So this is going to be super strong here, I think, in this matchup. Um, yeah. The only problem is that Meowscarada can outspeed it, but I have Follow Me Magmar, so I can somewhat get around that. Next up, we have Tinkaton. Normally you'd run like a support, fake out, Thunderwave, screens, Encore, whatever you want on this thing. But I'm running I've actually decided to run a offensive Gigaton this week, which I have not done yet, surprisingly. But the reason I thought of this is because I was like, wait a minute. Gigaton can maybe surprise Hoopa Unbound with a Skitter Smack because it's 4 times effective. And believe it or not, with Adamant, with Adamant Skitter Smack, max attack, it's like super likely to kill 252 HP Hoopa Unbound. And it's guaranteed to kill if it's not 252 HP, 252 special attack, honest. So yeah, it's super likely to kill that. So could just get a random surprise KO out of the blue, which would be super awesome. Gigaton Hammer also is great into Sylveon, which could kill that. Then just play her off for a little bit more coverage there and protect. Next up, Dragonite. We're running Protect, Ironhead, Brick Break, Scale Shot with a Clear Amulet. It's Clear Amulet here just because I wanted to run multi-scale, but I still didn't want to get intimidated by the Tauros. So I think they could potentially think that I might be not multi-scale here. They're probably going to bring Sneasel for this, I'm not going to lie. We're Terra Steel, though, and we have Ironhead, so we could punish it. Actually, no, we would use Scale Shot because it's going to be Focus Sash. Like 99% of the time. So we would use Scale Shot into that. But yeah, we have Terra Steel to punish the triple axle. They might do. Next we got Raikou. This is for once in my life not Specs Raikou. We've got a bulky Calm Mind Raikou. I don't think they're probably gonna try to run Trick Room here. So that's why I preferred this set because I don't really need the speed that much in this matchup. Well, I do, but I don't think Raikou needs it as much as some other stuff on my team. So I'd rather have a bulkier Terra Dark Raikou that can tank the Psychic Ghost and Ghost attacks. We've got Calm Mind, Thunderbolt, Aura Sphere Protect. Thunderbolt hits everything on this team, at least neutrally, aside from Meowscarada, which dies to Aura Sphere. That is the reasoning behind this. And yeah, with Calm Mind, like he's got a ton of special attackers. So being able to boost my special defense a bunch is going to be super handy, I think. And then finally, we've got Taunt, Follow Me, Clear Smog, Knockoff, Magmar. Clear Smog is in case they try to do the thing on the whatever Tauros strategy. They've got other options to set up. They could set up Sylveon with like a Throat Spray. I think Clear Smog is super nice. Taunt is to try to dodge Trick Room. Follow Me is it's Magmar here using Follow Me, and then Knockoff. To potentially knock off like a Rocky Helmet on Indeedee or any other super scary threatening items. Yeah, that's the team. So I kept it short this week because I don't really I am pretty congested and don't really feel like talking as much. So yeah. Hopefully the match goes well. I mean, Parker's a great player. Do you think my matchup is I do think the matchup is in my favor just because of Chen Pao here, but it's still gonna be really tough. Hope we win. Yeah. Okay, so we're at the match, and I decided to do a little something a little different this week. We're doing post commentary instead of live commentary, um, for a couple of reasons. But I just wanted to try it out mostly, see how different it is, see how if it's better or not. Um, and it helped me focus in game more too, which was nice. Anyway, so we're gonna take a look at this replay. And we see Parker's team here. We've got Terrakion Terra Water, Indeedee Terra Water, and Polion also Terra Water. So already here, I'm looking at Raikou as a very good option. Then we've got Meowscarada, Tauros, and Hoopa Unbound. So notable things is no Sylveon and no Zoroark. That makes my life way easier. Don't have to worry about either of those. I had a plan for those. I really did think those would come. Um, so now I'm like, okay, I don't think I really need Magmar much anymore here. It's not, I don't see Magmar doing too much here besides against Meowscarada, but I feel like I'm already pretty good into Meowscarada anyway, for the most part. I've got a bunch of ways to deal with it, including the Skitter Smack Tinkaton. So I'm looking at this, I'm like, man, I think Tinkaton does really well here, actually, right? Because it doesn't get intimidated by Tauros, and it the only other thing that can really beat it is the Empoleon. Everything else, it's able to beat. So I'm like, okay, Tinkaton seems great. I'm gonna lead, and I do like Palafin here too. So I'm gonna lead Tinkaton Palafin to get the Palafin, uh, in its normal mode, hero mode. Um, and then in the back, I'm like, okay, Raikou seems really good, and I didn't really know what to do for the fourth. So I'll go with Chen Pao this round. And we'll see what happens. So we see Terrakion and Didi lead against Palafin Tinkaton. And I'm like, okay, right, he's gonna try to set up Trick Room, but I don't know if this Terrakion is faster than my Palafin, because I'm not Scarf. I'm choice banned. So I'm worried that this Terrakion might be faster than Palafin. So I'm not really wanting to flip turn it. And I do think this Indeedee is gonna have a Rocky Helmet here. So I'm like, I don't really want to attack into the Indeedee. Terrakion can maybe do a lot of damage. I'm just gonna try to switch out Palafin and maybe hit Terrakion with a super effective Gigaton Hammer if he attacks with it. We're gonna see actually he ends up switching out into Empoleon as I switch into Raikou, which is a great switch for me. And we see a Trick Room. Oh, let's. I don't know how to speed slow. No, normal. I don't really know how replays. It's hard to pause at the right time. Okay. We have Raikou Tinkaton versus Indeedee and Empoleon. And now here I'm like, okay. Indeedee's not really threatening anything, and wants to get he wants to get as many turns as possible out of this trick room, right? Oh wait. He has to use the trick room first. Use the trick room. Okay. He wants to get as many turns out of this trick room as he possibly can, right? And he needs to get this Hoopa Unbound in. And I recognize this. I'm like, okay, he could switch out Empoleon. I'm trying to read this with Tinkaton here. I'm like, okay, he could switch out the Empoleon, right? Because like neither of these things are too threatening right now. He wants to get this Hoopa Unbound in. I just know. So I'm like, okay, he could switch out Empoleon, but that doesn't feel that great since he just switched it in. I don't know. It would make sense though, because I do have a Raikou out, but I'm like, okay, I'm trying to predict which spot to Skitter Smack, right, with Tinkaton. I'm like, okay, if I Skitter Smack Empoleon and I get it wrong, then he gets a 2 times special attack boost. If I Skitter Smack into Indeedee and I get it wrong, then it's fine. Because it like I'll probably take Rocky Helmet, because I'm assuming it's Rocky Helmet. But I'll lower its special attack and it won't be able to do as much, and it's super effective anyway. So I'm like, okay. I think I want to Skitter Smack into the Indeedee spot, and then just maybe I don't remember if I Thunderbolt or Calm Mind here, but it does end up switching out into Hoopa Unbound, and Empoleon protects, and I do Calm Mind, so perfect turn as I Skitter Smack the Hoopa, and you can see Parker's a wild lol. But now it's Blizzard from Empoleon with Life Orb. It does barely anything, and I'm able to take out the Indeedee as well. And it is Rocky Helmet. I was right about that. So now I'm just in a situation where, yeah, it's Terra Water Terrakion because they're afraid of the Gigaton Hammer. But I just Thunderbolt the Empoleon anyway, and Gigaton Hammer this, and it does a lot of damage actually. This Tinkaton is stronger than I thought. And I just switched to Palafin as the Trick Room's gonna end this turn, and Thunderbolt. So we win game 1 of the set. And And I'm like, okay, the Tinkaton strategy worked. This is amazing. I'm super happy about this. Um, and Raikou was really good. I really liked the Calm Mind Raikou set here. So I'm like, okay, I definitely want to bring those two. And I do think Palafin's good. But I don't think into this team, I don't. It's kind of hard to make Chen Pao work with the Rocky Helmet in DD. So I'm like, maybe I bring something else. So we're gonna go into game 2 here. We're gonna go into game 2, and I'm gonna lead. Oh wait, I want to switch sides. All right, we're going into game 2, and it's a different lead for Parker, same lead for me. Okay, all right, we're gonna see the first turn here. Whatever. So I lead the same thing, Palafin Tinkaton against the Terrakion and the Empoleon this time. And I'm like, right, I don't think that this Terrakion, they played safe with the Terrakion last time because they thought I might be Scarf Palafin, and I'm gonna think he's gonna do the same thing again here. He's going to think that I might be Scarf Palafin and switch out the Terrakion for safety. So I'm gonna flip turn it anyway. I don't remember what I did with tickets in here. I flip turn the Indeedee, get some chip on that, switch to Raikou, which is a great position for me, and I'm just gonna play rough. Yeah, I play rough there just in case, like maybe it's Terra Water Terrakion or something there. But I like the position I'm in because neither of these are threatening immediate damage to me, right? Empoleon can't really do too much damage to Tinkaton or Raikou here, and I can set up Calm Mind, and I'm faster, which is important here because this is also Terra Water, so they can't get around me. So my goal right here is to hope that my Skitter Smack can kill this Indeedee in one hit from here because I want to set up a Calm Mind, but I also don't want Trick Room to get up. So we get the Blizzard, misses the Raikou, no freezes or anything, and we Skitter Smack and it lives on 4 HP, 4%. So I'm like, okay, that's not very good, but I'm getting this Calm Mind off, and like, look at how little that does, and I'm leftovers. So like, you're still not threatening any immediate damage. Like, I can just Calm Mind again, and because I know it's Terrakion and Hoopa in the back, right? Probably, I'm assuming it's Hoopa in the back. And I know I can beat Terrakion with Palafin later. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. And I know that Hoopa will not be able to touch me if I set up Calm Minds. So I'm like, okay, I'll protect Tinkaton, follow me on Indeedee, Water Pledge into Tinkaton to try to get the kill, and we get another Calm Mind for free. So now he's gonna switch to Hoopa, and Tinkaton dies to the Water Pledge. And but I just set up another Calm Mind. Nothing's stopping me here. Both these are special attackers. So I'm like, okay, I can just live. And I bring Dragonite in the back this time. I didn't really like how the Chin Pao matched up last time, and I do think this Dragonite with multi-scale can tank some hits here. So we're going to Terra Dark and protect the Dragonite, actually. Predicting the Blizzard Expanding Force combo, which I do get right. And I'm just going to Thunderbolt the Empoleon and pick up the kill. That was mostly because I didn't want to worry about getting frozen or anything like that. And of course, Dragonite's still here, so I need to get rid of it so that it's not blizzarding my Dragonite. And then he goes into Indeedee. And the obvious play here is to just like this. I'm assuming this probably has a fighting move teched on, right? Like Aura Sphere or something. But I don't think it's going to be doing that much to my Raikou anyway, because I've set up. But I am a little bit worried about it, so I protect, right? And it's actually Drain Punch, which is super scary because it's gonna go through my stuff, right? But this is the last turn of Trick Room. So now that Trick Room's over, I'm able to kill one of these Pokemon with my Raikou, basically. And I don't know if I'm gonna get the kill on the Hoopa. So I'm like, okay, I can try to flinch it because I have Iron Head on my Dragonite. I'm gonna try to flinch the Hoopa and just take out the Terrakion here. There's a rock slide from the Terrakion, actually, so the Terrakion is faster. So if it close combated my Raikou, it might have been a tough situation. But we get the Thunderbolt KO on the Terrakion. On the Iron Head, unfortunately, no flinch, so they are going to take out the Raikou with the Drain Punch and steal my leftovers with Magician. So that's not great, but I'm like, okay, I have Choice Band Palafin in here. It's faster than this. I'm assuming this just KOs, and it does. So we get the win in the quarterfinals, and yeah, I'm super excited to be on to the finals. Super good win to get. It was a pretty. I do think the matchup was in my favor there, but I also think I played it well. So yeah, GG's though. Excited to be in the finals here. Next. Well, I don't think it's gonna be. It might be next week. I don't know. As soon as I can, I'll play the finals and do that. But yeah, I'm somehow made it to the finals here. Only at one loss in the season, so uh, there's okay for the finals match. The other quarterfinals match has not been played yet as of recording this, so I don't know what happens. But both possible options are very scary. So it's gonna be a tough one, but yeah. I'll see you next battle next week. I'll just call it next week, even though it might not be next week. Bye bye.